Welcome back to Regular Guys Outdoors and Turkey Trippin' 2024. It's April 24th, Wednesday at noon on the dot. So if you saw the last video of Kentucky, I got my bird this morning. And no, I am not in Kentucky anymore. And no, I have not had a nap. So I'm hurting in that department. But I decided I'd go ahead and cross the river and come into Indiana and go ahead and start hunting here, because today is opening day for Indiana spring turkey season. Even though I'm less than 10 miles from where I got my bird this morning in Kentucky, it took me over 90 minutes to get to this spot right here.
And en route, this hen was in the road and she took off. I let off the gas, but she kind of just stayed right in front of me.
Wow. I had to go around and find a bridge. Eventually found one. Got over here. We can hunt until sunset, which is about 7:30. I think it's 7:28 tonight. So we got 7.5 hours to hunt. Every little spot back here that has a little pull off, there's a person in it. So I finally found one that doesn't have a person in it, but clearly there was a person in it. So I don't know if that means there's that turkey that might have been back here is already got, or if there was nothing out here this morning and the person left. But we're gonna go back here and take a stab at it. Let's go first call here in Indiana. Not exactly what I thought that was going to be. A little swamp down there. A body of standing water. Might find a duck in there. These woods kind of remind me of a spot in Georgia where we got big, mature hardwood, but not a lot of oak. It's maple and these oval-shaped leaves. I don't know if that's hickory or what. I'd like to find a place with big, mature white and red oak. I think that would be a little better, because I'm not finding any sign. No scratch or nothing. Well, look at what we got here. There's a middle toe with a nail, toenail, toenail. Kind of looks big. I think that's something. All right, I walked in about 500 yards and my phone changed an hour. Now I'm back at the car and it's back an hour. I am right literally on the time zone change between Eastern and Central. So that's pretty awesome. That's not going to get confusing. That's never going to mess up my alarm clock. I'm here doing my water resupply and going to do everything and eat before I walk out to listen for birds tonight. We still got sun somewhere peeking in through there. And it looks like we've got telltale sign Somebody pulled a bird out of there. That might not be good for my prospects. It is a little big back in there, so maybe there's more than one back there, but I do have a feeling that if I'm not on anything first thing in the morning, I'm going to jump and try to find a bigger section of national forest. This Hoosier National Forest, it's very segmented. It's probably the right word. Little chunks here and there. Some are connected, some are not. Various sizes. Accessibility is pretty easy. There's not a whole lot of places you can walk in this area, so I may jump if I'm just not hearing birds first thing in the morning. Can't strike anything up. I'll probably just jump into a different section of woods. Find somewhere bigger. This appears to be a snake of some sort. It really kind of looks like a night crawler, but it's got scales and I can see a definitive head, but it does not appear to be like it wants to do any moving. It's not real warm today, but it's definitely a snake. Well, it appears his best days are behind him. Or she. Maybe it's her best days are behind her. I'm out on a high point, and it goes down, and then to the right there's like it almost flattens out and then has drainages going down. It's beautiful on the map. And I'm pretty sure way, way, way out I heard a gobble. I'd like to hear it again to make sure it wasn't a dog barking or something. I'm on an old road, so barring any more confirmation tonight, in the morning, I'll just get on this thing and I'll just be making my way there and be preferably several hundred yards further forward at gobble time. Well, I've got 1,000 yards in the direction I heard the potential gobble to work with. So as far as it was out, it might be close to 1,000 yards, but realistically, with this vegetation, maybe 600. I thought I was really behind on the getting out here part because of the light in the sky, but a lot of it's this full moon over here. But we got about 10 minutes until legal, which is roughly gobble time. Although typically it's been a few minutes before legal, I noticed in North Carolina and Kentucky. So we're gonna cover up to where I was yesterday really quick. It's a pretty quiet walk. And then after that, we'll go a little slower. And we'll get rid of the light altogether. We're on Redlands now, but we'll get rid of it here in a few minutes. Alright, I'm really concerned here. Crows are out. The owls have started. And I'm not hearing any gobbles. It's bright enough right now that there should be gobbles. We're going to have to start doing some kind of calls here. See if we can strike anything. We're walking toward the back just to try to cover our bases, but it's not looking good this morning. Real pretty woods. But again, it looks like I find myself in a section that doesn't have a lot of oaks in it. It's a lot of these oval-leaved trees. And it makes for a different kind of ground cover. They're very thin when they're on the ground. The leaves, very thin. I think I just heard a gobble. If I did, it's way behind me. I just heard a gobble. I think it's a little further to my right. But it was down in this terrain and vegetation. I don't think he's that far away. I am a ways back here. Gotta get a map check on property lines. Alright, we've heard a gobble. It seemed like it came from down in there, in this terrain and vegetation. I don't think he's gonna be that far away. I had a camera malfunction, so I was talking to it and it wasn't on. So we actually covered a little bit of ground. Okay. We're good on property lines. I think we'll creep up to this edge. There it is. I got some kind of a trail that I'm following, which is nice. Yeah, he's not that far in there. Oh my goodness. I almost busted my butt in this mud. A wide spot in this creek bank up here. That looks like turkey scratch. Might not be, but I'd like to close a little more ground. Especially if I can keep doing it this quiet. There's so much vegetation between us. There's no way he can see me. But I also gotta be careful because that vegetation can make it deceiving on how close he is with his gobbles. Daggone it. I think I got deceived by the vegetation I just said to be careful about. He sounded further. Daggone it. Was that him? If that was him, it looked like a big bird. If that was him, he was pretty close. Not shotgun range where he was, but not that far away on his last gobble. Well, I guess I just get to sit down for a while. Think about not being stupid.
to this spot, and I was looking, trying to think, where can I get to and see? Because it's like, it's a little flat and a drop and a flat and a drop. So everywhere I would set up, I'd only be able to see 10 yards in front of me. I was thinking about going over there and then being able to kind of look down the steps across and have a little better view. And there's a bird right there. I think I got fooled again this year by vegetation and acoustics.
If I were keeping count, that would be the 4th time I've walked into a gobbler this season. So if you'd like to see me continue to be a moron, hit that subscribe button down there, hit the bell for notifications, go ahead and give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, and as always, thanks for watching.